some talks that Jonathan Allen is looking for 18 to 20 million in regards to extension yearly. So with that being said, just knowing the landscape in the marketplace, you typically wouldn't pay that for a run stopper or D tackle. So do you think that his name might get floated around before training camp in regards to still possibly trying to make a move for quarterback, or even during the season due to the fact that they have Ioannidis still under contract, they still got to pay Payne, and Tim Settle is a pending free agent for next year? Do you think that they are actively really pursuing an extension with Jonathan Allen, or is he maybe a movable piece?
That's a good question. And, I haven't heard them include his name in talks. Doesn't mean it's not, because I think that's a guy that if he was, they're going to keep it really quiet, right? Because you don't want that. I think that would be like if it get to the point, like you said, trade deadline, and you clearly aren't going anywhere with an extension. Then I think then you'd almost have to look at that, because one thing with I know they want to sign him. I know they'd like to sign him. And they've had some level of talks. I don't know if it's in the last week, if it's increased or not. I don't know. I know a week ago I was told that they're having some talks, sort of, but that's at least, it was a start of something. He obviously wants to stay here. Whether or not he wants 18 to 20 now, I had Joe Corey, if you guys know, the salary cap expert from CBS Sports, and he has a podcast too, Inside the Cap. But I had him on mine, and he thought it would take about $17 million to get him, because he's not going to get Leonard Williams money, because he hasn't been Leonard Williams, but he has been a good defensive lineman. And there were games last year, that San Francisco game last year, I thought he was really, really good. There were some games I thought he was really good. I think the one thing that they would keep in mind is that Ioannidis plays that same role. Tim Settle plays that same role. Payne is a little bit unique because he can play over the nose a lot more, and they don't really have that other guy to play that same way. So I'm not at the point where I'd say, oh, I don't think they can get it done. I haven't heard that, I haven't heard that at all. But I think if you got to a point, we know that they can't keep all these guys together. So if you can't get something done in that ballpark, who's going to go? Montez is going to be up in a couple of years, and obviously you're going to have Chase in a few years. Chase Young is going to make 25. He's going to make what we consider now really good quarterback money, right? In a few years. Yeah, and then you're going to have, again, Payne, and Settle would not cost as much to keep, and he's seems to consistently get better. So would it shock me if that happened? No, because we've seen a lot. If you don't get something done before camp and you're not getting it done, well, would you franchise them? I don't know. So I think that 17 if they can get to 17, my guess would be that you get it done. I don't know. So, but that's a good question.